media. Hi there, welcome back folks, dreamers of all ages. It's Chef Sawyer, me, Chef Sawyer, and today I have everybody's favorite ingredient. That's right, it's bacon. This recipe is easy, it's cheap, it's delicious, and it's just a few ingredients. We're gonna be making a bacon jam today, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with bacon jam, you need to watch this. For those of you who are familiar with bacon jam, I'm gonna show you how to do it easier and more delicious than any bacon jam you've ever had. Let's get started! Go ahead and grab any bacon you like, and we're just gonna cut it in very small sections. One single piece of bacon, this is called a rasher. That's a rasher of bacon, but when we take all these rashers of bacon and we slice it down into little pieces like that, now it's called a lardon. Rashers of bacon, these are our lardons of bacon. We are gonna cut our rashers into a medium-sized lardon. I have all my lardons and I'm gonna put them in a cold saute pan. And now you wanna put your bacon in your cold pan over a very low heat so it can render out and get nice and crispy. The reason why we put our bacon in a cold pan is because bacon is mostly fat. So when we gradually raise the temperature, there's more time for the fat to render off. And that will result in a crispier, more delicious bacon. Leave that on a low heat and occasionally stir until every piece is nice and crispy. All right guys, we're back. Bacon's nice and crispy. Listen to this. Point is, our bacon is nice and crunchy. I've removed most of the fat, but there's still a little bit of residual fat in the pan. Into our crispy bacon, we're gonna saute about 1 cup of finely diced onion and just 2 finely diced garlic cloves. So into our bacon, we're gonna cook down these vegetables. I know it looks like a lot of onions, but they cook down very much, just like spinach does, and the bacon will retain its volume and the onions will not. So as our onions and garlic sweat down just a little bit, we're gonna hit it with a splash of some white vinegar, maybe about a 1/4 cup. Let your bacon, onions, and garlic cook down in the vinegar for about 15 minutes or until the onions are soft. All right, you can see our onions and garlic cooked down a little bit. We reduced our vinegar, our bacon is still nice and crispy. And now for the final step, it's time to add a cup of brown sugar. And now what you wanna do is stir it up, incorporate it with your bacon, and leave it on a very low heat to reduce and let it melt until it's thick and syrupy. And then we're going to Flavor Town, Grandma, we're going to Flavor Town. All right, so you can see that the bacon and the brown sugar have reduced into something thick and syrupy and sweet and delicious. When you're working with such salty ingredients like bacon, I always recommend seasoning with salt at the end. So I took a little taste and I realized, yes, it does need a little bit of salt. Not all the time it will, but this time it does, so that's why it's important to taste. So you see everything is reducing nicely. We have a thick, dark brown, sugary, syrupy consistency. And this is exactly what you want. Now if you like spicy, feel free to add a little dash of cayenne or some red pepper flakes. That makes it excellent too. But this simple 5 or 6 ingredient version is excellent on its own. You can see when I drag a streak through that it's not very quick to run back. That means we got rid of most of the liquid, which was our goal, and now all we're left with is this nice, flavorful syrup. And this is our bacon jam. Now, I recommend not eating this hot. I actually prefer it at room temperature. So we're just gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes until it cools down, and it will continue to thicken up a little bit as it rests. So our bacon jam had a little bit of time to settle and cool down, and you can see it's solidifying very well. It's nice and thick and syrupy. And there we have it, the finished product. Now there's only one thing left, to make sure it tastes good. Straight with the bagel chips or with some rich crackers is good for me, but this is such a versatile ingredient. You can go ahead and throw it on a burger, a bacon, egg, and cheese, spice up a charcuterie board. This is so good with all the meats and all the fruits and all the cheeses. But for me, I'm just gonna sit here and eat the entire bowl full. One bagel chip at a time. Sweet, smoky, salty, savory, sour, all the good S words you could possibly think of, like Chef Sawyer. All of these wonderful flavors together in the same place, you couldn't fathom it until you think, wait, that was only like 6 ingredients and I can do it. Yeah, you can, you're right, you can do it, so do it. So I hope all you fine, beautiful folks at home, you try it, you make it, you love it, you share it, and you spread the love. So thanks for coming back week after week to support Chef Sawyer. I'm so happy to have you guys as my viewers. I love to cook. I love to teach. I love to do this, all right? So until next time, I'll see everybody soon. Arrivederci! Chef Sawyer out of here.